If you're planning a trip to Iceland, my job today is to convince you to add the Westfjords to your itinerary. This remote region of the country is filled with stunning fjords, gigantic mountains, adorable fishing villages, a massive waterfall, and unlimited hot springs. What's not to love? So yeah, there's a lot to see in the Westfjords, but in today's video, I want to talk about the top 5 places that you need to add to your itinerary if you're visiting the Westfjords. Hey, I'm Jeannie. I sold everything I owned and moved to Iceland, and I've been exploring every corner of this country for the past 10 years. I've written guidebooks and itineraries that have hundreds of 5-star reviews, and my mission is to help you plan the best trip ever. Let's get into it. All right, the first thing we need to talk about is Dynjandi Waterfall. This has been nicknamed the crown jewel of the Westfjords because it is a massive waterfall that actually consists of 7 waterfalls, meaning you have the major Vale waterfall that comes down and then it flows down off of different cliffs for 7 more times. It's incredible. From the parking area, you can easily walk up the path, and I highly recommend going all the way to the top. Along the way, you're gonna see the other waterfalls, but in order to get the full picture of the massive waterfall, you have to go all the way up. When you get there, turn around and look out, and then you'll see the big, beautiful fjord nestled between 2 large mountains. This area is so stunning. Another favorite in the Westfjords is Látrabjarg. This is the big, gigantic cliff and is actually the westernmost part of Iceland, and it's where bird watching is at its finest. And most people will travel all the way to this cliff to get a glimpse at the Puffins, which are there from usually around mid-April to mid-August. But this is another great place to just do bird watching in general. So there are walking paths that you can follow. It's a very big area that you can just walk around. Just be careful because the cliffs are not roped off. So just be really careful near the cliff edges. Now, if you're planning your own Westfjords adventure, figuring out where everything is and how to get there can be overwhelming. That's why I've created a detailed Westfjords travel map that includes the best scenic spots, hidden gems, and important travel tips. Whether you're road tripping or looking for off the beaten path spots, this map will save you hours of research. Click the link in the description to grab yours. Now, delving into the hot spring scene. Again, there are plenty of hot springs throughout the Westfjords. It's just a matter of which ones you want to go to, what remote place you want to drive to. But one of my favorites and the top places in the Westfjords is called Hellulaug. Unlike a lot of hot springs in Iceland, this place is free and it's located in a really scenic spot. So the hot spring is actually kind of nestled down along a rock wall, and then as you look out, there's the ocean and mountains in the distance. It's very beautiful. And this is a pretty big hot spring, and so even though it is popular, chances are you're going to be able to find a little spot to hang out. This one is located near the town of Flókalundur and is near where the ferry drops off if you're taking the ferry from Stykkishólmur on the Snæfellsnes Peninsula over to the Westfjords. Otherwise, it's easily accessible by car and the perfect place to relax after a long day of exploring. Next on my list is called Rauðasandur, which is Icelandic for the red sand beach. This is a breathtaking stretch of golden red sand that seems to go on forever. Spanning about 10 kilometers, it's the perfect place for a peaceful walk or wildlife spotting. The road to get down to Rauðasandur is crazy. It is bumpy, it is twisty and turny, but once you get down there, you're open to this big expanse of red sand. Like, it's so wild because most of the beaches in Iceland have black sand, but this one is super, super unique. There's also a campsite out there and a tiny little cafe restaurant that is only open for like a couple of months in the summer. Super, super cute. Highly recommend this stop. Last but not least is the village of Isafjörður, nicknamed the capital of the Westfjords because it is the village that is the most inhabited. This is the perfect place to base yourself if you're going to be in the Westfjords and kind of road tripping around, or you can just stop in for a nice overnight and a nice meal. Ísafjörður is a fishing village. It is located on a fjord, nestled between two large mountains. So it's incredibly scenic. It's filled with a lot of colorful buildings, some delicious food, including one of the best fish restaurants in Iceland, and is really just a quiet, serene place to enjoy. So kick back, have a beer with the locals, and enjoy this incredible scenery. Okay, my friends, there you have it, my top 5 places to visit in the Westfjords. Let me know in the comments below which one you're most excited to add to your itinerary. And if you want more Iceland travel tips, make sure to watch my next video, but I'll see you in the next one. Until then,